Hello, welcome to Goldmine Gaming. This is Steve, and we're getting ready to start up a 7 Days to Die survival playthrough. If you've never played 7 Days to Die, it's a sandbox um, apocalyptic survival game. Let's be Willie. I like Willie. Willie has an afro. Very nice. Alright, we'll play on Navezgane. Navezgane is the world map where everything is, it's the same every single time. It's the pre-made world map. You can go to Random Gen if you want to, but we'll play through Navezgane because it's somewhere that we can all kind of play through if you want to. Alright. Standard options. Let's play on, let's keep it on Nomad for the time being. Let's go ahead and start our game. What are we going to call this? Let's call it our Let's Play. Let's Play. There we go. No special characters allowed. No. Alright. That's alright. Let's play. Something about being grammatically correct. So, in 7 Days to Die, you get set up with nothing but your fists and a can of water, a can of food, and basically a torch. And your goal is to create a base where you can withstand the zombie apocalypse. Now, every 7 days, a zombie horde will come, and you will try to fend them off. And the zombies out in the world aren't really that terrible, most of them. As long as you don't get the cop zombies, you really don't have a ton of worries after the first day or so. Once you have a weapon, you have a little bit of armor, things like that. But during the horde, all the zombies are running, and there's a lot of them. Now, the first horde isn't too bad. Actually, the first few hordes aren't too bad. But once you start getting upwards in level, or you're playing on an insane difficulty, or something like that, these zombies can be pretty formidable. So, when you're playing through, you definitely want to be prepared for more of a pushback than you're used to in most of these games. This game doesn't give you a whole lot for free. Unless you are particularly lucky, which, judging from that car, we're not going to be lucky this time around. We have a gun parts here. 44 Magnum grip. So that's good. We're already looking towards making a weapon. The thing is, you can't make the guns until you have the recipe for them. So, we can have all the gun parts we want until we get the recipe for the pistol or the 44 Magnum or, rifles, things like that. You can't do a whole lot with them. So let's see. If you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm punching out plant fibers. So if you look at the top right, it says create a bedroll and then place bedroll. We're also going to pick up this small stone here because it's going to ask me to create a stone axe when we're done a couple of these quests. So we're just going ahead and doing that beforehand. Pick up some stones. And paper. Good for making dynamite. Bad for clogging up our inventory when we don't need it. 27 feathers. Nice. Feathers are used to make arrows. And as you'll find, arrows are quite useful in the early game. Particularly, we don't really need any glass or maple seed, but we'll take it. And here in just a second, we'll make our bedroll. Sure would be nice to find a couple more stones. And you notice directly at the top it tells you we are on day 1 at 7:30 in the morning. You start out day 1 at 7 o'clock. And every night, depending on how you have the game set up, you can either do 16 hours of daylight or 18 hours of daylight. And depending on how you have the game set up, it determines whether the nighttime begins at 8 o'clock in the evening or 2000 hours, or whether it begins at 2200 hours, which is 10 o'clock. Yeah, we're still not finding any small stones. Yeah, that's not helping us. Let's see. Let's see. Maybe there's some back this way. Also, guys, when you get spawned, go to your map. Luckily, we're not spawned in an area where the red line is. The red line, if you open up your mini-map and you look at it, the red line is the radiation zone. And the radiation zone is somewhere you do not want to go. You can get a little bit of protection from it, from certain items that you can wear. But generally speaking, the radiation zone basically does enough damage to kill you every tick. It does about 80 damage per tick. Alright, let's see. We've hit all 3 of those. We've hit the sedan. We have checked the corpse. Alright, let's make our bedroll. And let's go inside the house. See what's in there for us. Oh yeah, these things, the cacti, they will definitely hurt you. Alright, let's go inside. Rarely, but sometimes, this beginning house has an item for you. Yeah, this one does not. Sometimes you get lucky and you get a house where it's a little larger. And so, when you get that larger house, put it down, pick it up. Now see, wherever your bedroll is, that's where you spawn to when you die. Goodness. I'm walking over all sorts of stuff, huh? Alright, stone axe. Make 1, 2. Oh, we can only make 1. Alright, well. Now, when you get that first axe, the very first thing you want to do is go to a stone and beat on it a little bit. Because you can always punch out more wood, but stone is even much easier to come by when you have an axe. So we'll make sure we have a stone enough to make a couple of axes, and that way when it comes down to it, you'll notice that my axe, if you look down at the bottom on that toolbar, my axe is already about 1/3 of the way gone. And so we'll crack that rock one time, and then we will head to a tree. We want to make sure we have enough to make at least a few more axes, because that way we won't ever run out of ability to mine things out. I usually try to take advantage immediately of getting as many resources into my inventory as possible, in terms of like wood, stone, those kind of things. Glass panes, they're fine. Duct tape I like to keep because you can craft things out of duct tape, and as a general rule, It's not as easy to find as some other things in the early game. Maple seed, don't need it. Clogging up inventory. Later on in the game, you may wind up being in a situation, and I have on several different playthroughs, where I've got a nice farm set up or a nice defendable area, and I want to grow my own trees and such, so I don't have to leave all the time. But as a general rule, for early game, you don't need to clog up your inventory with seeds or other things like that. And here we go. This is what we're talking about here. Let's go ahead and scrap this one. And we'll make a few more. This way we've got them just kind of hanging out there. There we go. Another stone axe. Alright. And it's time to craft ourselves some armor. Oh. There we go. Gloves. A hood. Shirt. Pants. And shoes. Go right over here. And start wearing them. There we go. And you notice this says craft them. The next thing is going to be wear them. Alright, well, that is your very first portion of 7 Days to Die playthrough on survival. Next video, we'll definitely get ourselves some zombie action going on. And if you like the video, leave a like button and hit that subscribe. It helps us out a lot. Thanks. Bye.